FlyMD ladies, welcome to a stretching slash mobility video. You are watching this because you just finished a workout. Excellent job. Send me that sweaty selfie. Or you're just taking a little bit of time out of your day to really try to downregulate your system, really get in tune with any parts of your body that feels a little sticky. We really want to focus on expansive breathing here. So I'll talk through during some of the stretches where I want you to be feeling it, but for the most part, I want you to really think about breathing as expansively as you can through all parts of your rib cage, underneath your breast tissue, behind your shoulder blades, underneath your armpits, keeping your jaw and neck relaxed, really tuning in to sort of like feeling your body in terms of where you can create space and where you feel like you are constricting in order to create space on the opposite side. I'll talk through a little bit of this during our movements, but really this is about down regulating and in getting in tune with really how you're feeling. So let's get started. We just need a nice wide open space with your mat here today. We're going to start with some forward folds. So standing at the top of your mat, hands on your thighs, chin to your chest. We're going to roll down the length of our body. We're going to hang out in this forward fold position. Tuck your fingers underneath your toes if you can. If your forward fold ends right here, that's fine. I want you to breathe in through your nose. Now on this movement in particular, the front of our body is compressed. The back of our body is where we're focusing on expansion. So in through the nose, creating space on the back ribs. Exhale. One more breath in. We're going to walk out to our plank position. And then we're going to slowly drop our hips, feel some back extension, and lower our chest to the ground. Okay, we're going to do some rotations through the spine here, okay? So you're going to come out and your hands are going to be out like a T, and your forehead will start on the mat. You might have to watch me do this first one before you get into it. So my right hand is going to bend 90 degrees. Okay. It's going to give me some leverage to push into this hand as I rotate my body to the left. So what's going to happen is my right hand's at 90-degree angle, and then I'm going to lift my right leg, bring it over my body. Now I'm twisted here. My right toes are reaching behind my left leg. I'm going to then take my right elbow and just reach. This is going to feel like a nice chest stretch, also going to feel like a nice rotation. So take a nice big deep breath into that space that we're creating on that front side, and then reach back out and come back over. So again, we're going to bend the left elbow 90 degrees. We're going to push into the left hand, reach the left leg over the right. Once we get our toe to touch the ground, we're going to reach our elbow back. Take a nice big inhale breath here. And then slide back out of it. We're going to go back and forth a couple times. The elbows bend, the leg lifts up, reach across. Elbow reaches with the leg. Once the leg is over, creating even more openness through that chest. Deep breath there, reach back over. Okay, bend the elbow, reach the leg. Elbow follows. Back out. Let's do one more on each side. Push into this hand to help that rotation and that reach with the leg. Elbow then follows. Big deep breaths. Last one. My head does come off the mat as I'm in that rotated position. And I reach back out. Nice job. And then I'm going to push back into the mat, into that back extension, up, and then back down. Here, we're compressed to the back side of the body. We're trying to create space with the inhale right behind the breastbone. Last one. We're going to kick up into downward dog now. So let's go ahead and tuck our toes under. We'll push into our plank first, and then we'll push into that downward dog, pedaling the knees. Push yourself out of the ground here. Taking nice big inhale breaths, pushing the heels towards the ground. Okay, shift back into your plank and let's bring our knees down onto the ground now. You're going to sit back on your heels, but just for a second, if this isn't the most comfortable, you can open your legs up a little wider if needed, but right now my knees are sort of like right underneath my chest. But if you need to be here in more of a child's pose position, you can, okay? You're going to come down. Forehead comes as low to the ground as you can. You're going to take your fingers like little spiders and curl them away from your body. Then we'll start to crawl over to the right, really reaching the hands as far away from your body as you can. I'm reaching to the right. I should feel the stretch down my left side. I'm thinking about pulling my left hip bone away from my left hand. Take your time here, really feeling that stretch, trying to breathe into that part that is expanded. We have the left side expanded. We have the right side compressed right now. Relax the jaw. Okay, we'll take it back to center. Okay, relax for a second, come up out of it, wiggle a little bit, and then let's come back into it, crew. Okay, head comes down, hands creep away, and then we start creeping over to the left. Simultaneously going towards the left and up and away. This is a good point for me. I'm going to hang out here. My stretch is all the way from my right wrist all the way down to my right hip bone. I'm really trying to expand all the way down my arm into my rib cage, down into my pelvis. Take one more big deep breath. Come back to center. And we slowly come up out of it. Now we're in all fours. We're going to go through something that feels similar to cat-cow, but is not exactly cat-cow. So cat-cow, you were kind of just moving everything all at once up in that arched position and in that extended position. Right now, what we're going to try to do is articulate through each section of our vertebrae. So I'm going to turn just slightly sideways here for you. What that looks like: active hand position, so you're pushing yourself out of the ground. Your pointer finger knuckles are actually down into the ground. Our toes are tucked. Now this would be neutral for me. So what I'm going to start to do is slowly tuck my tailbone under, and I start to feel the rounding of my low back only, okay? And then I start to take that into my middle back, and then finally, I'm feeling like I'm in that super arched position, or that super flexed position, I should say, where I'm getting space all the way up into my upper back and neck. And then from there, I'm going to try to reverse it. So I'm going to keep my tailbone tucked. I'm going to let my chest drop slightly, and then I'm going to find it go all the way through my middle back and then into my tailbone. So this is an articulated cat-cow, and here I go back to my tailbone tucking. Pulling up through sort of that middle back. And then finally that high back, and then reversing. This is a harder one for people to get, especially if you have some stiffness in your upper back or lower back. I would say take your time here, maybe repeat that a couple of times throughout your day if you feel stiff. So we're going to come back onto all fours. We're going to kick our right leg out to the side. Our right foot is staying down. This leg stays very straight as we push our hips back towards our heels. Should feel a nice stretch up the inner thigh here on this leg that's straightened out. Just breathing in whatever fashion feels good for you. I like an inhale as I'm going back, and exhale as I'm going forward. Any point that feels sticky, hang out there and take a couple of deep breaths. I'm finding that sticky point as my hips are shifting back towards my heels, using my hands as a little leverage to push myself back. And let's go ahead and hit that other side. Leg goes out to the side, foot is flat, push the hips back in space. You might find that one leg feels a little tighter than the other. That's normal. We all have asymmetries based on liver, heart, lungs, all of that. If you're thinking about the cadence of your breath here, because we're really working on down regulating the system, we want our exhale to be longer than our inhale. So if we're thinking about an inhale being maybe 4 counts, our exhale would be 6 counts. Hanging out where it feels sticky. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna come back to center and I'm now gonna bring one leg out in front of me, okay? So I'm gonna have this leg straight to start and I'm gonna hinge forward and touch my fingers to the mat. That's about all I can get. I get that stretch up the back of my leg and then I'm gonna walk it forward into that hip flexor stretch. I'm gonna go back and forth between that leg being straight and that leg being bent. My back knee is on the ground right now, okay? So this shouldn't feel that taxing, trying to hold the back leg up. Just forward and back. You can see when I'm forward, I'm putting my hands on the inside of my leg. When I'm coming back, I'm putting my hand on the outside of the leg just for a little balance here. As we're pushed forward, I'm getting left hip flexor stretch. As I push back, I'm getting right hamstring stretch. I'm gonna hang out here because this is where it feels kind of stiff. I'm just gonna rock in, do little tiny movements. Take some nice big deep breaths, feeling that stretch from my heel all the way up. And then I'm gonna switch legs. Bring that left leg forward now, pushing into it and then pulling back. I'm not bouncing through these movements. You don't ever want to feel like you're bouncing when you're stretching. It's very deliberate, coming in and out. Try not to rush through these movements. I know it's hard. A lot of us have the mentality of this being sort of obligatory and not really pushing us towards our goals compared to like maybe the actual workout itself, but this is actually equally as important, similarly to sleep and nutrition. I love this song. I put this on my class playlists and my stretching playlists. I'm gonna hang out here on this side because this side feels a little bit more sticky when I'm in that hip flexor stretch. When I'm in this position, I'm still actively pushing myself out of the ground. I'm not like collapsing or being weird in terms of my neck angle. I'm being active in my upper body. I'll hang out back here one more time too. Perfect. Good. Okay, we'll come up. We're going to end here. So we're going to take our hand, interlace them behind our back and open our chest up. We got that chest opener with those scorpion rotations that we did. Take a nice big inhale breath right into that chest. Relax your jaw. I'm going to have you clench your fists a little bit here. We're going to create some downward energy and we're going to just go through some neck cars. So you're going to take your left ear to your left shoulder. Your right arm is reaching down towards the ground. You're feeling that stretch on that right side. Think about your stacked position here. You're super strong and solid through your low body. Okay, we're gonna start to roll our chin down towards our chest. Taking some nice big deep breaths along the way. Now we have our right ear towards our right shoulder, our left energy, fist to the ground. Nice big deep breath here, opening up that left side of the neck. We're going to take the chin up to the ceiling, getting a stretch on that front side. And then we're coming back left ear. And then we're going to go backwards now. So our chin goes back up towards the ceiling. Our energy is down through our fifth. Right ear to right shoulder, chin down towards the chest. We hit that left side again, getting that pull across. We come back up, and then we're going to look over to the left. Remember to breathe. Don't tense up through the shoulders or neck. And we'll take it to the other side. Awesome, you guys. I hope you feel a little bit more down-regulated, calm in your system. I hope you feel a little bit less sort of like tight in your body. I hope your mind feels a little bit more relaxed. Check in with me if anything didn't feel right. This video will be the video to take you through your mobility for the next 2 weeks, and then you'll see more videos added as the cycle progresses. Have a great day.